Hey, 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 everyone. It's Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. Can everyone hear me? Tonight, I will be bringing you episode 7 of African American Greed. Tonight, we'll be discussing um, the history, life, background, beliefs of Tariq Nasheed. Come on in the room. Come on in. Come on in the room. Please hit the like button as you make your way in. Thank you so much for being with me the time you're on while they're on. Yes, I am Breeder Yoga. Normally I go on at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I told Daryl that I was going to go on later since we needed to go on today. And so here I am, an hour and a half later. Hey. I thought the guys were finishing up. So um but thank you for joining me. Anyway. Okay, thanks, Rita Yoga. Look at you, GT. Hey, Liz Martin. How are you doing? Come on, come on, come on. Good to see you. I'm so happy that y'all could make it. So let me get this one together and then we'll give it's about 5 or 10 minutes for you two to send out all the notifications. Um, last week I talked about Boyce Watkins. This week I am talking about Tariq Nasheed, born Marcus Sanders. Okay, all right. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus. Thank you for the 5 people who hit the like button. One person hit the thumbs down. Thank you so. Oh, Rita, you were you here last week? I saw you here last week. Yeah, I don't like Boyce either. And Boyce is just he's just a better, sounding doctor than Umar Johnson. And so he makes himself look more presentable, when he talks, but he's still full of shit. Okay, hey everybody. I will be dropping some links in the chat from time to time so that you can also, this is where I'm getting my information from. Did a lot of watching videos the last couple of days, reading articles, taking notes, mental notes, stuff like that. And it's like every time I started video watch, article I read, I was getting more upset, more and more upset. Um, so let's go ahead and get. Where is? I am so sorry. It's like I'm not. I feel discombobulated. Discombobulated. Ugh, okay. So, um, Marcus Sanders, also known to y'all as Tariq Nasheed, um, is about 52 years old, and he is more known as the filmmaker and director of the Hidden Color series. There's actually 5 Hidden Color DVDs in the series. Most recently, he also produced the 18014 History of Haiti documentary. He also did most recently the Book Breaking documentary, which centers on how they were able to break the spirit of male and female slaves, really male slaves, and also not only break them physically but also sexually. Okay, but mama named him Marcus. I'm gonna call him Destiny. Hey, Katie girl, so happy for you to be here. Okay, so what is it? We just start from the beginning. Okay, Tariq Nasheed actually came on the scene not as a pro-black history filmmaker. He actually came on the scene as a author of the Mackin books, or he calls relationship books, and also an actor. If you watch one of the documentaries with Michael Moore, you will see Tariq Nasheed in there. He's going to Congress dressed in his pimp suit. He has one of his whores with him, who's a white lady, and they're going to Congress where the real pimps are, the other pimps, the government pimps. Okay, and so, and I was able to find one series. He was he's actually has like 4 or 5 books he's written on macking and relationships. And he said that there is a difference between a pimp, a mac, and a player. He was even on this show on BET that was hosted by Vanessa Bill Calloway, um, Kim Whitley, and some other women. Like he actually went on there as a guest. And I guess because I know, seeing him doing stuff now, I kind of feel like, was he a character when he did this? Hey, hello, Mello. And yeah, so but we have to also remember, think about what was going on in the 90s. We had all the, hip hop, R&B, the movie How to Be a Player, things like that. And he just kind of like tapped into what was going on at the time, and he sold a book. Now I'm going to send you this in, where is it? Um, where is it? Okay, this Tariq Nasheed video is that there was actually someone that he actually adopted this persona from. Oh, really? Didn't know about that. I didn't find it in my research. But what actually, one of the articles, one of the videos I saw, he actually had a man who actually was a pimp who lived in his building. He would talk to him every day. And after a while, he was talking to this man, and he told him like, "Oh, I'm writing a book." So basically, all the stuff that this man told him, he put it in his books, and then he sold it. So this is the first instance of Tariq Nasheed taking other people's words and selling it as if it's his own. Hey, the Afrocentric woman. Okay. Also, Tariq Nasheed was, like you said, on BET. He was on. I don't remember him being on Flavor Love Charm School, but maybe he was. He was also on the Conan O'Brien show in 2005. Okay. He has about 4 or 5 of those little Macking books. Okay. He also has done R&B. His other name is King Flex. And one of his, unfortunately, most famous songs is called Wash Your Ass. And yes, that is, it was a show called Made, and he did 2 appearances. Yes. So he's had the book, The Art of Mackin. He's been in art. Another book called The Mac Within. He's been on these different TV shows, and he's also been, I guess, an R&B hip hop rapper named King Flex. Okay, around, but then, like someone said, he was uh, City Fury. Made a really great video on him. Made a really good observation about him that he is a chameleon. Yes, he's a chameleon. He changes his skin or changes his spots or whatever, depending on what is hot or, like he says, what's popping at the time. So during the 90s, it was hip hop, R&B, how to be a player that was hot at the time. Things started to change around, the 2000s, and it was about and then I guess he saw this different market, that there was a part of the African American community that was resonating with wanting to know more about Black history, wanting to know more about Black people. And so he went into the Black history filmmaking arena. And so what he did was he got all of these Black history, uh, lecturers, authors, speakers who are much more knowledgeable than him, and he put them in his video. Hold on. Okay. So, like I said, he gets people like Dr. Francis, is it name Francis Cress Welsi? Am I saying her name right? I'm so sorry if I'm not. Dr. Umar Johnson, as y'all know. I want to say Dr. Clark Anderson was in there, and I forget some of the other people. Because to be honest, I have not watched any of the Hidden Colors videos. Now, I have friends of friends, even students, even other friends who have watched the videos. And they're like, oh, it's really great. And then plus, I'm a history teacher. I like Black history, American history. So they're like, oh, you should watch it. But then every time I look at Tariq Nasheed and what he's doing, why is my thing so fuzzy? I don't know why. It's really fuzzy. Okay, keep going. He is saying some things that I don't agree with. And I'm thinking, like, how is this person pro-Black doing these really great films that everyone is talking about, but then saying some things that sometimes are misogynistic, sexist, anti-Black, and they're a Black person, okay? And that sometimes is very degrading. And so that made me not want to buy his films, because guess what? If I'm buying his films, the money is going in his pockets, and that's going to help fuel his lifestyle. Okay. Yes, it's become the new hustle. Like, growing up, our grandparents and parents did with pimp preachers. Some of them still do it with pimp preachers, but now it's like these pro-Black conscious people are basically, they've taken the pimp preacher model and they've applied it to the Black conscious community. Okay, and making us think like, hey, I'm putting forth a product, give me some information that's going to help our people. But at the same time, I'm going to talk down to you when you don't do things that I like. Okay? So, I want to show you something. Let me get it. Let me put this first. This article, this video, is protected by Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Code, which allows fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Yeah, I don't know why I'm fuzzy. I'm using the same camera that I use all the time, and I just, oh y'all, fix it, Jesus. All right. Okay, let's go library. And let me go to, okay, what did you say? He did movie reviews and advice. Okay, sure. All right. Okay.
Surprisingly, he has not received any backlash for saying this, and if anything, he has gotten more popular.
Okay, gonna make this bigger for y'all. This is from CD Fury. Take the picture. All right. Everybody can see? All right.
Can you imagine a white person calling black people dumb and how to become a pro-black leader? And it's a can degrade black people. It seems that there is a blueprint on how to become a pro-black leader, and it's a 60 to 40% rule. You see, 60% of the time you can offer feel-good documentaries, books, music, radio shows, etc. And then 40% of the time you can bash and degrade the same people that support you. Tariq is what I would call a charlatan shapeshifter. Every couple of years he starts a new hustle. He went from a rapper to a pastor. He went from a dating expert to a pimp. Then he went from a filmmaker to a pro-black leader. And now he's a singer. But now let's take a look at the person who first laced him with all that game.
Okay. So, like I said, he is like you said, charlatan, chameleon. He keeps transforming himself. By the way, this is the neighbor in the picture. This is the neighbor that he had that was an actual pimp that he got a lot of his information for that he put in his book. So this wasn't like, even though he made it seem like it was first-hand information, like he really was a pimp or he really was a man. No, he was getting this from someone else, and then he resold it to us or resold it to other people. I don't know. I really don't know. It's a really good point. I really don't know. Okay. Um, even sometimes Umar Johnson is like a broken clock. He's correct twice a day. I'm sorry, I still look fuzzy, and I don't know why. Let me see if I stop my camera and then put it back on. It's gonna make it better. Because on my StreamYard I look clear, but on the computer, on my phone I don't, and I don't know why that is. Yeah, and then later on, when they asked him, when he started doing Hidden Colors, and they're like, dude, how are you doing Hidden Colors? It's pro Black history, but back in the day, you were doing this book. And he's like, oh, those were, I wasn't really a pimp. Those were relationship books. But it says the Art of Mackin, though. So I'm lagging. What if the stream word is it? Hmm. Y'all pray. So, um, please hit the like button because, you know, I do, there are people who like Tariq Nasheed, and they're probably not going to be very happy about this video. Just saying, you know. So, all right. So he's constantly trying to like reform himself into these different individuals. And one thing Umar Johnson did say that other people have also started to cite too is that they were, you know, the historians were there giving this information, and they did all this filming, but he would only use so many minutes in the video. And then later on, he's repeating that same information that didn't get in the Hidden Color. So it's like he's also passing himself off like he's some expert when he's really just a filmmaker and a researcher. Um, but he's passing it off as his own. And see, that's the thing. He said at the time, that's what he's doing. He's putting out these books, which, by the way, you can still go to Amazon and buy them. Okay. And then when he transforms into this Black history filmmaker, it's like, oh, I wish that those relationships books, those were not that serious. Well, at the time you were. Okay. Okay. And like I said, let me show you share. All right. Everyone see it? See the page? Okay, so I'm gonna make it bigger so y'all can see it. All right, so this is on Amazon. Here you go. The Mac Within came out in 2005. Here's his other books. The Mac Within, The Art of Mackin came out in 2009. Okay, these were not even 1990. I thought it was, oh, another 2000. The Elite Way, Tariq Elite Nasheed. Okay, so he has three books. Oh, he has some more books. Art of Mackin, The Mac Within, Play or Be Played. What every female should know about men dating and what else? And relationships. This is 2004. Uh, this is a DVD that just came out. Oh, here's another one called The Art of Gold Digging, 2008. Oh wow. Then he got a DVD called the Mac Lessons. Okay, so he gives you lessons. All right. You can get the Hidden Colors 1 through 5 for $89.77. Okay. Oh, the pen. Oh, that's not him. I don't think. Okay, so he has uh, a 5 DVD set. Wait, does he put plus a bonus book? James Augustus Rogers. I don't know what that is about. Okay. All right. So he does, like I said, he is something that Al did mention that for the most part, in comparison to someone like Umar Johnson, yeah, $89 and 76 cents for the set. Okay. He is selling you something and you are getting something in return. Whereas Umar Johnson is just like selling you on this hope. I think Al said Tariq Nasheed is selling you steak, but it tastes like chicken. And Umar Johnson is selling you steak, but it's acid gristle. Okay? Don't give me no dry ass. like I said, like Seaford said, he's a chameleon. He's a charlatan. Um, Now for the Hidden Color series, he did do just say crowdfunding from the African American community, and then sold back the finished product to the African American community. Which some people say, hey, other organizations, other people actually do crowdfunding and buy a product too. But it's at the same time, some organizations, when you crowdfund and you help with something, they might give you something free because you are an early investor or something like that. And I don't think that happened. So I can like looking at him sideways, like, hey, you're like getting money from us twice. You double dipping. Okay? You double dipping. You say still. You're right, Holly B. You're right. Renee A said, hey, Black Anonymous, how you doing? Okay. So, like I said, now there's a new, now what he's done after the Hidden Colors, he's on, he has his own YouTube channel. I think one of his two YouTube channels they said was taken down, so he got a new one. I think now he has Tariq Radio or Tariq Elite, I think. Um, Also, he uses Twitter a lot, which in a way he kind of has Twitter fingers. He's gotten into beefs with people. He has been trending sometimes for the wrong thing. Um, Usually things dealing with, because he calls himself now after he's done the Hidden Colors, he has a new, like I said, a new role. He's an anti-racist strategist, which I don't know what the hell that is. I'm still trying. I mean, so it's really ironic because he'll comment on things that are going on with the Black community that actually do need to be criticized, or at least white supremacy is affecting us. We like to use white supremacy a lot, like, hey, Black people are being subjugated because of white supremacy, or the reason why the cop shot the Black person is because of white supremacy, and they didn't get this much time because of white supremacy. But at the same time, his rhetoric to other Black people sometimes looks like white supremacy. Um, he has gotten into also YouTube beefs with other Black people who disagree with him. Tommy Sotomayor, who actually criticized him justifiably. I think it's a constructive criticism that he filmed Hidden Colors, but you have people who are non-Black helping you produce it, but you're so pro-Black all the time. Pro-Black this, pro-Black that. We need to help each other. We support each other. We need to buy Black, but then you're not helping people who are Black helping you with the filming. And so, also, one other thing that Tommy Sotomayor, which is not my favorite person, criticized him for is that he did not talk about Jews also participating in the slave trade. By the way, Muslims did too, and Africans. But the people working behind the scenes are Jewish. So it's like, wait a minute, why all of a sudden you're not mentioning that in your film about Black people? And he just says, hey, I like him, but he missed this point. Well, Tariq Nasheed doesn't like criticism and immediately goes into comedic mode and starts roasting him, starts doing puppets and cartoons, and starts commenting on his dark skin color. Yeah. He does the same thing, a little bit of the same thing with Cynthia G, who came to the defense of someone that Tariq Nasheed fired, and he starts labeling her, man hating. Oh, look at that bang she wears. He always, starts talking about the physical characteristics. Even when he started initially, when the reparations movement, ADOS came into being, initially he had very nice things to say about Tonetalks and Yvette Carnell. However, when it seemed that he wasn't going to be a part of ADOS and they allowing him to pimp the ADOS movement and he creates his own organization, all of a sudden now he's making comments about Yvette Carnell, especially when his buddy is Boyce Watkins. Okay? And so he's labeling, she looks like a lesbian. She has a white person as a lesbian person. Oh, look at what she looks like. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, we're better than them. We're foundational Black Americans. We're not just American descendants of slaves. And then sometimes he tried to take credit for ADOS himself when it really was Yvette and Tonetalks. Yes, he does do that. And then on top of that, he criticizes Black women when they date outside their race. For a long time, I used to notice this too on Twitter, and my friend was like, "Oh, you need to get on Twitter. You need to get on Twitter." I just noticed that Tariq Nasheed, which I actually followed him because I thought some of his pro-Black rhetoric was like, "Okay, this man is on." Especially when I saw him on places like Tucker Carlson. To me, Tucker Carlson is just a neo-racist. And he was taking Tucker Carlson to task about things that he was saying. But I noticed that when Tariq was on Twitter, and it was something to the discussion of another Black feminist that I follow called Feminista Jones, who's dark brown, or someone like Serena Williams or Venus Williams, it was a lot of harsh criticism, especially for Venus to read, oh, they must be men. Then the men who are following them are reinforcing that. And one time I really was upset after I unfollowed Tariq because I follow Feminista Jones. She's very much, let me just say this. Feminista Jones, that's not her real name, but that's her name. Also written a book, is, I guess you say, 21st century Black feminist. She loves Black men. Has a Black man. Raising a Black man, her son. But she doesn't really care for some of the rhetoric of Tariq Nasheed or male chauvinist Black women. And that's why I always tell people, like, hey, when you hear feminist, everyone thinks like, oh, you're a man bashing. That's not it. Because some of us, like myself, who are Black feminists, we're different from the traditional feminists. Because a lot of people, when they think of feminists, think of a white girl. Okay? There's intersectionality in the feminist movement. And so for women like Feminista Jones and others like myself who follow her, we love Black men. We want to be with Black men. What we don't want is to replace white patriarchy with Black patriarchy. I don't want to be oppressed by you. Okay? You want me to be this submissive like it was back in the day when grandma, grandpa, mom, and dad did it? Okay. You want me to be domestic? You buying a house? You buying a car? You got an income so I can stay at home and do all those things? Or am I your partner and we doing this together? Okay. Yes. I don't want to be oppressed by you. I love you. Because some white feminists and some really hardcore traditional feminists feel like, hey, this whole society is patriarchal and all men are the root of all evil and we don't need them. But hey, I'm sorry. I love Black men. I want one. Okay. Just don't want to be oppressed by you. That's all. Don't want to be disrespected by you. Okay. I'm not, a lot of Black feminists are not toxic females. We do know that there are toxic females out there who are ruining it for the rest of us, but not all. But when you think of Black feminists, we're not. Okay. And so that's my little speech. But one day she said something criticizing something he was doing, and all of his supporters went to her Twitter and were harassing her. And he was talking about her. I think he even added her a couple of times so that his followers went there. And it was like, dude, your followers on Twitter are like Beyonce fans. They like the Beehive. And I really just didn't like that because they were just acting like flying monkeys. All because this black woman criticized you. She could have been wrong. She could have been right. It didn't matter. Okay. Even Yvette Carnell, she was at one time following Tariq Nasheed, and she stopped because of the stuff that he was saying, especially when it came to Adolf. Especially when he was trying to center himself as the authority, that he came up with the term that, you should follow him and all that kind of stuff. So even there was a instance where there was I guess a British Twitter person named Banty said something about Tariq Nasheed. Then Tariq Nasheed got so upset. Oh, this was it was on Twitter, but it was also on YouTube. Got to try to hit them with a false copyright strike because they criticized him. Oh yeah, when she said it was she said, "What kind of 3-hour meet and greet mixer is this?" She said, "So what kind of 3-hour meet? Yeah, they had nothing to eat, but you said it was gonna be on and popping like the Revolt conference." And then she showed her video, and I'm gonna share with y'all that in the Revolt conference they had all this stuff, different stages, different times, different places to eat, all this different entertainment. And then she showed, the ADOS conference they had, which was like a day. The Revolt conference was 3 days. The ADOS conference was a day and a half. They were able to use the facilities at this really like mega church, right? Look professional. She had pictures and everything, like everything they were doing. And then she showed the pictures of FBA conference. They looked like they was in the room at one of those hotels. 3 hours on a Saturday. Started at 3 o'clock. What conference starts at 3 o'clock on a Saturday? In Atlanta. You could remember this was in the middle of the pandemic. He had it in the middle of the pandemic. Like, sorry, really? Yeah, like I said, he was not my major person, but I'm just showing you that this kind of like history of like Tariq Nasheed not getting along with people. He does not like to be criticized. Even when he fell out with Umar, like I said, Umar had some things he said about him that was correct. But what did Tariq Nasheed then do? He started telling us things like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I introduced y'all to this scammer." But it was like, okay, that's nice. But then I was trying to find a clip and I had a hard time because I remember watching it, right? He literally says, because he started bringing out the puppet and imitating Umar. I love it when he roasts Umar too, but I got to look at him sideways when you show us a picture of Umar when you first met him and say, "Look, he had a herpes on his lip. We had to do everything to take this away." Oh, we met him at this storage facility. He didn't have no place to stay. It wasn't a very professional looking place. Then when you say, "Oh," and I think they fell out because I think Umar was in Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3, or maybe 1 and 2, and I think he probably wanted more money for 3 and 4 or whatever. And him and Umar fell out basically over money. Then all of a sudden, Tariq Nasheed wants to come out and tell us, oh, this man is a scammer. I'm sorry to introduce you to him. Yeah, I knew he was scamming. I knew that school wasn't real. He's not gonna do nothing with the school. And I'm just thinking like, wait a minute now. You knew there was some red flags about Umar, or you knew that he was scamming when he showed up with that little thing on his lip in the place that you filmed him at. You knew the whole school idea was a fraud, but you said nothing to us, the black community, when you were selling them Hidden Colors 1 and 2. When you fell out with him, now you want to tell us all? Sir, is this the Vlad TV ambush you're referring to? What do you mean? Where he says Umar is lying? No, this was like on his own show. Hey, y'all show. Hey, Danny Brown. Hello to anyone that I forgot to. Um, please hit the cash app. If you like what you hear, you want me to keep going. All right. I'll take cash apps, super chat, PayPal, all or appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. So that's why I'm like, wait a minute. So you were in on his hustle because it helped your hustle, but then when you fell out with him, then you want to be honest with us. Well, what else you been keeping back? And this is the thing. Let me show you. Let me share the screen. I was trying to find the video where he actually uh I gotta stop that because I'm oh Lord, that music is gonna get me in trouble. Okay, yeah, that's what I understand. Like you knew all this stuff was wrong, but now you fell out with the dude. He ain't your homeboy no more. Now you want to tell us, oh yeah, I knew he was a fraud. I knew he was this. You really did, and you didn't warn us. You weren't a good Samaritan. Damn, makes me feel like I shouldn't be listening to you. Okay, let me see. Uh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh man, where is it? You can hear it in his own words when he says, "Oh, this is it." When he apologizes. Okay, and he did this on his own show, and this is from another. Okay, okay. Does everyone see it? And I just want you to hear this for yourself. Because when I heard this, I was like, and I was trying to find the other part. This is only a part of his apology because there's another part of this where he says he knew this man was a scammer. He knew there wasn't going to be no school. And I was just looking like, well, why didn't you tell us when once you found out? But he didn't tell us when he found out until he got a beef with Umar. Hold on. When he stopped, I just realized something. Someone told me. Did I just say he liked to strike pages? Let me not do that. I'm gonna listen to what he said. Thanks to the 17 people who hit the like button, to the 2 people who put thumbs down. I appreciate you helping my analytics. Okay, listen to this.
Somebody say he's calling Ola out. Fuck Umar. He's a big fat bitch lying ass nigga.
Can y'all hear?
No school family. Y'all just come and deep down y'all know that, but y'all like, okay, we've been supporting him all this long, so let's just keep on because he talks good. He talks good. Ain't no school. Ain't no school family. And you could look at some of the lies this nigga's been saying about the school. Well, I almost had $1 million from an athlete, but the stripper thing messed it up. So it was that maggot bitch that messed it up for everybody. Because I almost got $1 million. When he's saying shit like that, I'm like, oh God, fuck.
That's what I think so too.
Man,
you didn't fall for nothing. You knew.
I'm like, man. Umar's a fraud. I'm sorry, family. And let me say this: Black society. I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. I apologize. I apologize.
Because it's not messing with your money. Okay.
I legitimize Umar Johnson.
You and Sonetta.
This is why the shit comes back on me. This is why I've been trying to stay out of it, but the shit keeps coming back on me. The shit keeps coming back on me because they know that I legitimized Umar Johnson. Nobody knew who the fuck Umar Johnson was before he was in my movie, and he knows.
Well,
that.
Some people did.
Nobody knew who the fuck he was. My friend Rita, shout out to Rita G. Rita sent me a link of this thing. He was on a public access show.
That part is true.
Some random show, you know, with like 5 or 6 people watch at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I said, oh, my man is talking real good shit. Let me get him in the movie along with some of these other people. And the fact that not only is he disrespecting me, to say, I made your movie hot. You're disrespecting Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, motherfucker. You can't hold a candle to people like Dr. Welsing and these other folks. It ain't about you. Like, these people ain't shit and you just that nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck
this is from 3 years ago.
Bitch ass Missy Elliott shaped nigga. You disrespect.
But this is the thing. And I need to find that other clip because when I saw it and I told my friend about it, I said, "Did you hear him? What he said? He knew Umar was a scammer." And this is the thing. He says on Lord Jamar that he gave money to Umar for the school at one time. Then he says, "Oh, later on I realized that he was just scamming. There's going to be no school." But that's what you said on Lord Jamar. That ain't what you said 3 years ago. I need to find that clip. Because I heard it clear as that. Like, this dude just say he knew he was scamming man and you didn't tell nobody? What the heck? Okay. Another thing about Umar, like I mentioned before, like I said, he repeats a lot of, he says he's pro-black, he puts himself as pro-black leader, but he says anti-black things. And like C.D. Ferry said, you know, if a white person was saying these things, we would have a problem. Okay. Thank you. But the Wilson others were true, or the more brought a younger vibe to Hidden Cuddles. Oh, okay. But like I said, just like Umar, just like Boyce, when they are disagreed with or criticized, all of a sudden now it's Negroes, coons. You know, if they're a black woman challenging him, he calls them Negro bedouins, especially if they're with the white man. But guess what? Let me show y'all this. Do that. He, did you know Tariq has siblings? Has 8 siblings. And one thing he also did while I'm queuing this up, what he has done, like I said, um, Sotomayor starts commenting on his black skin. This it falls out with Umar, starts calling him a hippopotamus, starts doing these videos. Oh yeah, I knew he was a scammer. Oh, I'm sorry for introducing you to him. Yeah, that's I gave money to school too. Da 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 da. Then he went after Amanda Seals, the actress, on Instagram. Her mother is from Grenada. Her dad is from Boston. So she's not like 100% foundational Black American or ADOS. And so he's throwing around like, oh, she's not a real Black person. So he starts to do this thing now after he's done, 5 hidden colors. He's now into the ADOS, reparations movement, FBA. He's using not just calling someone gay or calling a Black woman who marries outside her race or who challenges him a Negro blood wench. Sometimes he'll say the new Black woman, but he really means Negro bedwitch, and his followers say it. His followers say it. I've seen it on Twitter myself, and I was just like. And then one of them lied to me, so I said, "What does NBA mean?" I kept seeing it, and he's like, "Oh, it means new Black woman." And then I started another place where the same thing meant Negro bedwitch. And I just said, "Wait a minute now." Mm-mm. Yeah, he's full crap. Um, he was going after Amanda Seals. Um, Anyone that criticizes him, uh, especially if they're immigrant, he says, you swear that he was a MAGA person. And I don't have the clip for you too. But I want you to show you how hypocritical also that he is. Because at one time, he's talking with Jesse Lee Peterson, who's very MAGA, very pro-white. He said July is White History Month. He invites him on there. Tariq literally says, I know that you're a coon, but I like you because you're a hustler. He even gives Jesse Lee Peterson a coon award. I'm thinking like, but remember, has he been doing this whole time? Hustling. The MacBook, hidden colors. Now he's doing FBA. Now you got the buck breaking video. And then I heard in my research going through the videos, he has a new thing he's doing. He wants to create and found a museum, a Black History museum in LA. He's crowdfunding for that. Says he's gonna need $1 or $2. See that every time he has a project, he got a crowdfund. He can't find no other investors with money. Yeah, that's what some people say. Like, you couldn't even get the app thing together. And then some people complain that the DVD when they got it and they tried to play it, and put it on their I guess the newer TVs, it wouldn't play. They had to watch it on their laptop. So I don't know if that got fixed or not, but I'm just saying. Unless you go old school, get the little portable one, put it in there, and then hook it to the TV. I guess you could do it like that, but. But yeah, now he's I got the video, I got the clip for that too. So, but I want to show you this one. Also when he talks about Jesse Lee Peterson, he said, Jesse Lee Peterson, because he's always thinking about white people. This, he was like, "Do you hate white people?" And he says, "No, I don't hate white people. I just don't like white supremacy." Then Tariq Nasheed makes a point to say, my wife's mother is white. My wife's mixed. She's a black woman, but her mom is white. Basically saying like, hey, this is at least one white person I like. They're okay, cool. But Tariq Nasheed has said in a video and said it about black men that they should marry black women or mixed women whose mothers are white. Not black. Mothers were white. I guess somehow that makes them more mixed or whatever. And in this video, he's also talking about how great the Brazilian women are, how well they look, and really treating Brazil like a sex tourist spot. And I'm just thinking like, dude, aren't you the pro-black person? But you're going on about, hey, getting a mixed woman with a white mother. But with Serena Williams got her white man, she's a Negro bitch. So exactly, just like, but then he complains about, oh, these people getting with a white woman. But then at another post, he's talking about, oh yeah, I have had sex with white women. I wave the European flag when we're in bed together. I'm just like, dude, what? Why do you always seem to be contradicting yourself? And so I want to show y'all this. This is about Tariq Nasheed has a sister. Let me play it for you.
Got a job. Got a job. The job.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Message.
Just call the IRS. Guys, how y'all doing, man? I'm here. And all of you should be following me at Off Coast. You did? It's looking like a snap.
They do. They did. They dismissed it.
All right, I got spiders jumping on the player.
Yeah, museum.
But yeah, I was out there in Hawaii. That's one of my favorite spots. I really want to get right into what I wanted to talk about because I've been gone. A lot of this stuff has been happening down there at Parchman Prison in Mississippi. A lot of this stuff has been going down, and I haven't really had a chance to touch in on it, but a lot of it is still actually going down out there. It's a constant, and we got to be very particular. We got to pay very close attention to this. We got to pay attention to this. Nobody's saying anything about this. We got all these people out here running for office. Nobody's speaking out against this. We got to stop being punks. We got to stop being scared. A soft genocide, they disregarding your constitutional rights, all of this inhumane garbage that's going on. We're sitting around here killing and blocking. This is again why I don't play the ally game. Where the hell are all the white allies now? Black folks, I think, being bed wenches and bed bucks. Black folks being.
Okay, do y'all see this? Y'all see this? That's his sister. She married a white man. Is your sister a Negro bad wench? Because that's what you calling all the other black women who marry white men. Just saying. But I guess it's okay when the black man gets with a white woman and produces a woman like your wife. It's okay. Wow. What we doing out here now? saying. Mm. By the way, his wife is about 18 years younger than him. I want to say allegedly he started dating her or married her when she was 17 and he was 34. She's a pretty sister. Yeah. And is sis the thing you've been calling all these other black women out here in the streets? Is she? Is she? Oh, and let's look at this. Hold on now. This is from Cole James Cashaw. Again, this is protected by Section 107 of the Copyright Code. He is a Black Latino, and he has a problem because he feels like Tariq Nasheed likes to insult women, which I agree. He likes to insult women. And notice that same issue with him and Boyce, like the same thing with Umar. You will have your disagreements with the men, but your problems and how you talk to women outweigh more of your problems with the men. I noticed that. Wait, where is the video where he talks about? Okay. I'm trying to show a part of he you say he's like a permanent there permanently.
Okay, that's the thing. Niggas. All right, so the reason why this is important is because I'm gonna play Tariq Nasheed is a very big proponent of hashtag ADOS. Tariq Nasheed is a big quote unquote pro-black, this and that and the other. He be talking all that fly pro-black shit, which is, that's cool. Cause I talk that shit too. I talk that shit too. Even half breeds like me gotta talk that shit, I even said this show is about pro-black and Latinos, straight up. If you black, Latino, if you're a person of color, you know what I'm saying? If you're a Uyghur Muslim, I'm fucking with you, man. If you white and you understand, the culture, video, okay? And in this video, Mr. Pro-Black himself, the title of the video even says, Tariq Nasheed says, only date biracial women if they have white mothers like his mulatto wife. Yeah, we gonna get into this one. First of all, thank you to my engineer Dave, man, from Echoplex Media, man. He let me come. I got off work at 4, and I just showed up like, hey, can I do the show? He's like, yeah, cool. I got this fly ass studio set up, just shout us out. I'm like, God damn, man. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. This is fun.
Go ahead, play the video. Thank you, Dave.
One website I do like, I like this one site, my boy, The Flash. What's up, Flash? Peasy Head, The Flash from North Carolina. Flash put me up on this one website, Black Girl Online. Now I like that site. Those brothers, they talk some real shit on Black Girls Online.
Black
now,
Girl
I like that
some,
site. Those brothers,
shit,
they talk some real shit on Black Girls
right now,
Online.
but niggas from the Colin SOH,
they're talking about
exactly what that site is. Might talk
how
about that some other
time.
time.
Big number of black men in America are taking trips down to Brazil. They're saying that a lot of black men in America, they're going down to South America, they're going down to Brazil in droves. Now, the article said that a lot of these brothers are going down there tricking. They're going down there getting the prostitutes and all that shit. But from what I've heard from personal accounts, a lot of brothers are just going out there to just get their party on, just like going to spring break, like going to Daytona Beach or Mardi Gras. They're just going down there where the quality of women are a little better. And you know what?
Pause
I
that
don't
shit.
fucking blame.
The quality of the women in Brazil are a little better. See, this is what's important to me, is because this is where the pimp shit comes in. You want to come to Brazil, probably Rio de Janeiro, because he's not going to Salvador Bahia. No, he's not. He ain't coming up north. So he'll go to a place like Rio, and he says the quality of women are a little better. Let me tell y'all something, man. My homegirl, Jenny Knight, okay? Jenny Knight could definitely pass for, being carioca, being, being brasilera. She definitely could pass for that. But she's a light-skinned black Latina from the East Coast. So what he's saying is that a woman that's from Brazil is suddenly better. Reality is this, man. With the type of racial mixing that goes on in Brazil and the type of, shit, just look at me. What you're really saying is, I can't get a beautiful dark-skinned woman or, partially mixed women or a light-skinned woman. I have to go to a poverty-stricken country like Brazil where the income inequality is the highest in the West. I have to go there to get a woman because desperation breeds desperate actions. Brazil produces more porn than any other country, and it's not because we fucking love it like that. I mean, any country loves porn, but it's the desperation, man.
Yeah.
So this nigga is essentially saying, I don't blame him.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I bet you don't.
But you say you pro-black,
because you certainly weren't coming to the country to uplift.
You
certainly ain't coming to the country to look at, you know what? I got some money. What can I do? This and that,
He had a white
Lula da Silva is president. He might listen to somebody like me. I could get with an NGO. I could see what's good. Maybe I could head to Fortaleza. Maybe I could head to, Sao Paulo. Nope. Play the video.
One.
Okay, so this is his wife. I think her name is Alexis, or he calls her Peanut. And that's their 2 kids, and that's his mother-in-law. Exactly. There's a picture here. I think it's in one of the videos here. I forget which one it is, where he's talking about the Brazilian women. He shows a Brazilian woman in his bed. She's white. And it's like, really, dude? You just nasty. Nasty. But like I said, he has, issues with women. And then this is I was going to talk about this later, but I want to talk about this now. He remember I said he recently came out with a documentary called Buck Breaking. There were actresses for it.
Does Tariq?
There were actresses for it. Oh no. Need to say this again. Everything on here is protected. But the U.S. Copyright Code, Section 107, for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Okay. All right. So I'm actually gonna play this and not show it. This is actually, I think this one's actually from his. But y'all can go there. So there is this app called Clubhouse. And in Clubhouse, you can have these different rooms, or different people can have, celebrities can have different rooms. Where in this room, it was a group of women. It says Tariq Nasheed versus a group of non-FBA bed wenches on Clubhouse. Remember what I said? When you disagree with him, he attacks your skin color, and he attacks your. Now he is attacking your immigrant status. So like, if you're criticizing him and you're black, like, oh, where are you from? I'm from here. Where your family from? And if you're from Jamaica, Grenada, he's even started talking about Roland Martin because one of his maternal great grandparents is from Haiti, but they went through Louisiana to get here. But I'm just like, still, but Roland was born here in Texas. So at least on his dad's side, that's regular, there's black people that was born ADOS people. But he's always wants to bring up your immigrant status now, or if you're a Bedouin or you're a non-FBA. And so on Clubhouse, a group of women who were upset at the things that he was saying kind of like challenged him. And one of them was someone who worked on the buck breaking film. And I want you to hear this. This man is selling you this buck breaking film. And this is what he is telling one of the actresses who was in his film. Okay?
Everybody who the hell is, who was in 1804 in here? That they had
I was. My name is Logan.
1804.
1804. I had to track you down to
Sorry.
pay for it.
No, when were you in 1804?
She's shown us images, and they're not doctors that she was in the actual documentary. She PTR'd them in multiple rooms before. You paid me, but it took a very long time.
Where were you in the movie?
I was one of the slaves.
So you were an extra in the movie?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
How did you
I
have to
work,
track
I
me
deserve
down?
to get paid, and I shouldn't have to take a black man down to pay.
You're a goddamn liar.
See?
Everybody's
the same thing.
I'm not everybody's lying. I'm not everybody's lying. Everything you did was based on emotional intelligence. Tariq is like all
Goddamn liar.
This is like 8, 9 women. Are they all lying?
We paid
No, it's not. I had to be
everybody.
and you had to send it on Cash App
The fuck out of here. Lying your
or
ass.
PayPal, one of the two.
How much did we pay?
Yeah.
I don't have to disclose.
That's what Nappy Yankee said.
But you guys notice that everybody's lying? You notice that he's saying everybody's lying. Anybody who says anything critical, everybody's lying.
Because you're lying your ass off. You didn't have to chase nobody down for no money. The fuck out.
Maybe it wasn't you, maybe it was your manager or something. I don't know.
Ass kissing time. Y'all sound like the white daddy. These y'all sound like the white daddy who works.
See? Oh, it must be the white man.
Actually, my white man kisses my ass.
I guess he does.
Girl, why you telling
I guess
that?
he does.
So what about the back that you posted today? From the back. That's the thing. Bed wenching.
See, but told you about that bed wenching.
When black men marry.
Ma'am, you're a funky bedwetch.
See, why don't you say this? When your own sister married a white man, you gonna call her that too?
Who are you talking to?
Funky, lying bedwetches. Your white daddy.
So the next black person tell me, have you seen Hidden Colors? Have you seen Book Breaking? Hell no, I ain't seen it. Oh, damn. So I want to talk, since we're on the FBA and how he got there. Because remember, he's a chameleon. Writing the Mackin books, he's a pimp, he's King Flex, he's a Hidden Colors filmmaker, buck breaking. Now he's the co-founder of the FBA. And you see what he calls some of these women just because they criticize him. Oh, you're non-FBA. Oh, yeah, must be it. And then this is what really got me. Like I do what I want to say. Adolf was talking about reparation. Now sometimes I do think they're a little xenophobic, but for the most part, I feel like when I hear Tonetalks or I hear Yvette Carnell and they talk about their message and what they want, and they have a legitimate conference, and they have something to talk about and what they want. And I'm like, okay, I understand that. Might not agree with all of it, but I understand. I respect it. When I hear Tariq Nasheed talk about foundation of Black Americans, you trying to sell me something. And then you're saying your rhetoric sounds like MAGA stuff that they say about immigrants, and you're repeating it. Okay? This is Amanda Seals, who's an actress. Her mother's from Grenada, which is in South America. It's a British, I want to say it's a Black British country. So nobody means call out for the British. And her dad is from Boston, he's Black. But she was getting all of that non-FBA, like she's not Black enough, like she's not, for the culture. And she had to clap back at him. Let me play it.
I'm really tired of it. By the way, stop fucking saying that I'm a non-foundational Black person. Y'all keep trying to come up with ways to undermine the validity of my voice.
Reaction to Tariq Nasheed.
I was born in America. My mother is from Grenada. My father is from Boston. I am the descendant of chattel slavery in the West Indies and in America. I don't need to keep explaining this, but I'm going to do it this one last time because I'm really fucking tired of it. I'm also a fucking genius. So there's a couple different reasons here why I should be listened to. One, because I'm smart like a motherfucker. Two, because I am the descendant of ancestors who have been through the traumas that we are trying to undo right now. And three, because I'm an authentic motherfucker and I speak from the heart every goddamn time. Now, anybody who's got something to say to me about otherwise can go suck a bag of dicks. Because your point of view has no merit because it is not grounded in anything foundational, Black or...
Yeah, it shows the tweet to Tariq Nasheed, because like I said, he be starting stuff with people. He says things, and then he comes with it. Oh, you're not a foundational Black American. So here's a man. He did the same thing too, and I did not like it. I did not like it.
Just they say you were trolling in the room all day, so let's get you on. Yeah. What's up, yo? So they said you've been trolling in the room. I haven't seen. I'm not trolling. I'm trying to talk to you. So
this is a young Black guy.
What? Calm down, nigga. I don't like you hating, bro. Nigga, calm the fuck down, bro. Your energy real funny stuff. Calm down. No, I feel like you hating. All right, but first, calm though. I'm calm. I'm calm. Bro. I'm saying. All right, all the FBA stuff is like hating. Like, why you even saying that stuff? Like, why would you put on? Where are you from?
See?
Where am I from? I'm from New York. Why?
You can hit New York.
Where is your family from?
There he go.
Okay, shut the fuck up and respect foundational Black Americans. I'm not respecting none of that coon shit. What are you talking about? The coon is you and your coward fucking family that had to bounce because you failed in Jamaica, nigga. Because we failed in Jamaica? You failed in fucking Jamaica. And then what happened to everybody that's in America? Nigga, we still here fighting. That's what we do. We didn't run like this. So you ran like a bitch. So FBA, I'm saying you ran like a bitch. You ran like a bitch. I'm telling you. No, don't ask me. No. I'm telling you. Your family. Your family ran like a bitch. Nigga, your family ran like a bitch.
Malcolm X's mother was actually from West Indies.
Half foundational Black American.
Why you gotta be half?
Yes, he was.
Half? How you be half foundation?
What are you talking about? Nigga, first of all, Marcus Garvey was Jamaican. He said y'all weren't shit. Marcus Garvey didn't get shit popping in Jamaica. He got it popping here. Y'all try to tell the Marcus Garvey lie.
I told you him about that word popping.
Because of coons like your bitch ass. Nigga, don't come over.
The man came on to ask him a question about what he said on Twitter. And the first thing he's like, where you from? You're like, I'm from New York. Where your family from? I'm like, oh Lord, that's Jamaica. Oh, you can't say nothing. You were cool. Y'all, what the hell? You Black. Like the cops gonna pull us over and be like, "Where you from? Where your family from?" At the Olympics, if they black from the Olympics, like, what country represent? United States, America. Where was your family originally from? What the fuck? Damn it. Y'all, y'all see why I was like, I told you yesterday on my post, like, every time I watch a video, I just get more upset this man, more upset. I haven't even gone over like the fact that I found videos that basically said um, he's a murderer. He has tax liens against him. I ain't got to that stuff yet. I found two people who kind of like him, but one advertises on his channel, so I feel like he's definitely partial, biased. One said he actually follows him. He likes some of his stuff, but but yeah, he's a scammer. Yeah, he's a scammer. Okay. So let me find the one where it's like he's trying to take too much credit for Adolf. Like he tried to come up with it. It's just yes, tax liens. Then he lied and tried to say, "Oh, it was Yvette Carnell. She had someone working at the federal government, and I'm gonna get that person fired." No, it's the same thing like with Umar. They just did a Google search and found your name. No one did anything extra. No one did anything extra. So I'm gonna show you. And thank y'all so much for those of you who stuck it out with me. I want you to show. Oh, also remember he had that Twitter exchange with Kevin Hart. He, like I said, he got Twitter fingers, internet fingers. He probably with people, and then I don't know. It's just, but you know what? Him and Boyce though, that's his boy. They be backing each other up. Okay, is this? I was so surprised when he was on Tucker Carlson one time. They called him a Black Lives Matter activist. I'm like, he don't support Black Lives Matter. Oh, he also had a Twitter, YouTube beef with Meechee X. But Meechee X, she did criticize him for something like, that 3 hour, conference. But that's Boyce's homeboy. She don't like Boyce, so yeah. Plus her friend is Tommy Sotomayor, who had a beef with Tariq Nasheed. Okay.
The following program is rated TVMA. Viewer discretion is advised.
Peace, my name is Haven Bullets, and today I'm going to do this video. I'm going to try not to do too much cursing, because I told Garfield he asked me to slow down with the cursing when I was on the show today.
This is a person, he shows how
to the Dagger Squad. But
Tariq
I
Nasheed
also
tried to take
was talking,
credit
and
for
people wanted to know
Adolf
some
from
history on how this
Tonetalks and
movement,
Yvette.
this ADOS FB
Yep,
movement got so big. And one of the primary factors on how it got so big was Tariq Nasheed. Because like I said on the show, Tariq Nasheed is a thief. He's an intellectual thief. He sits around watching other people's videos, other people's material, other people's lectures, and then takes it and then presents it to his audience as if this is his own information that he organically thought of.
Okay, so where else have we heard that from? Remember, Everything in the MacBook came from that neighbor who was an actual pimp. The stuff in Hidden Colors that he's repeating, now he's into the FBA and he's just repeating Tonetalks and Yvette Carnell's talking points.
But this is why he had beef with Nelly Fuller, and that's why he started giving Nelly Fuller props every time he would use his information. Because I don't know if Nelly Fuller threatened to sue him or anything like that. That's why he started giving him credit every time he would use his information. But we know Tariq has still continued that behavior with other people, but has not given credit. And as you can see right here, it says right here in this title, you see what it says. It says DOS. Because remember, the movement was originally called DOS. I'll keep telling y'all. It wasn't ADOS. It was DOS. And you can see the date. This is November 4th, 2018. Tariq, I'm about to play a clip where Tariq is talking, and he's trying to steal the name, the hashtag, and then other people are gonna bring it up to Tariq that's Yvette and Antonio Moore stuff. Matter of fact, they're just gonna bring it up that it's Yvette stuff, and then you can see the look on Tariq's face that he's upset by that, and he's caught out there, so he got to give them some praise. And it's obvious that he already knew that because he even gives Antonio Moore praise, which most people don't even know. And at this time, most people don't even know Antonio Moore had anything to do with it.
How you doing, Leonard?
Most people today don't even know Antonio Moore had anything to do with this DOS movement, let alone being one of the founders. But Tariq knew because he was trying to steal it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, I'm going to just let the clip play, family. Listen to this.
Allegedly.
I'm streaming. All right. What's going on, guys? We in here. We out here. As the niggas say in the streets.
Yeah.
All right, what's up with this shirt? I look like I work this shirt, man. I look like a Best Buy employee and shit. All right, but what's up, man? We're here. We are here. Excuse me. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make sure I'm good to go. All right. All right, we're here. Everybody come on in this damn room. Everybody come on in this room. I'm a little late, like 40 minutes late. 40 minutes late, but I'm here. I'm here, family. Everybody come on in. The room is about to get packed. Right on time. That's right. That's right. We got a lot to talk about tonight. You say Yvette Carnell made up the DOS term. That's a good term. I'll take my hat off to her.
Mm.
The DOS term is a very good term. I actually like that. Descendants of slaves or descendants of slavery. Very good term. Now, I like that term. You know, I have my differences with Yvette Carnell, but sometimes people do good things. I like that term. American DOS, descendants of slaves, descendants of slavery. All right. I'm here. That's a very good codified term. I like that. And we need to jump on terms like that.
Mm.
You did. Shout out to Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore. One thing I do commend them about, and Antonio, I've seen some of his videos. He brings good information. You know, they speak up for the African or the Black American experience.
As you heard, family, you could obviously see that he was trying to pass this DOS stuff off as his own genuine thought before somebody called him out for it in the chat room. And I was there. Several people called Tariq out about this, and he had to give them their credit because his cover was blown. Because if nobody had said anything, he would have tried to pass this DOS stuff. Matter of fact, like I said, DOS, as it was originally called, try to pass it off as if it was his own organic thought. He saw it building a little steam, but most people never heard of it. But like the culture vulture he is, I mean the intellectual vulture he is, he's also a culture vulture too. He tried to take it and bring it to himself and try to bring it to his masses, to his audience as new and improved information. He was going to throw his little jokes and stuff like that on it and make his audience go with it. Like, oh, look, Tariq is coming up with new stuff, new hashtag, and we're going to roll with it. That didn't happen. And that's when Tariq started trying to push the NBA hashtag, Native Black Americans. That fell through. So he had to switch back to ADOS. And when he switched back to ADOS, that's when Yvette and them was throwing subs at him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making videos about it. Videos that they have flagged down. While trying to pretend to be buddy. And that's why Tariq also came back with the, as you can see right here, foundational Black Americans. You know, that's Tariq's new thing. Foundational Black Americans.
Okay.
And as you can see, family, this is the day that it actually really popped off. Because this is the live stream that he did with him, Professor Black Truth, and the Black Authority. And this was on February 3rd, 2019. And that's when this ADOS shit just shot through the fucking roof. Because remember.
Okay, you can find that on Tariq Radio. But yeah, can you tell me what else happened in February 2019? Why do you think he came out in 2019 with that? What else do we know, class? What else happened in February 2019? He couldn't steal ADOS from Yvette and Tone, so he came with his own organization. But what else happened that month too? Do we remember? Did someone purchase a school and tell us about it? Yes, ADOG is coming. These two fools. I'm sorry, I think I was fool. Allegedly. Hey, Danny Brown, thanks for coming back. Both come out with a new goddamn hustle in February 2019. Can you believe this? Because also, what Yvette was also doing too, she was correcting people on Twitter, such as Ann Coulter, who was trying to tell, hey, Tariq, you should call it this and not that. And then here, Yvette has come in like, hey, this is what we're gonna call it. This is our organization. We don't need your input, especially for someone who's not in this community. Let's just end COVID, whatever. But yeah, y'all check out that website. But yeah, both of them got a new hustle. February 2019. And I wonder who did it first. Was it Tariq Nasheed did something, and then Umar saw it, was like, damn, I gotta do something real quick. This dude got a new thing going on. I gotta come up with my own plan. I know I bought at school. I don't know. Oh hell, they both could have been still, whatever. I don't trust them, nobody. I don't trust them. I don't. Okay. So I want to go also talk about Yvette talks about during the FBA conference.
And everybody was.
Okay. And so Yvette made a couple of different points that I thought were very valid. She was
starts at 3.
One, this was during September 2020, the middle of the COVID crisis. And a lot of states were on lockdown. A lot of places were saying, hey, do social distancing, wear your mask, wash your hands. And here Tariq was having a whole conference in September 2020. Now, I will say this. Yvette Carnell and Tonetalks had a conference too. I forget which month it was. It was a day and a half. And I don't know if you can see who are the people here.
3 p.m. You see that?
Who the people are at the conference. So we got Dr. Boyce Watkins, not surprised. Riza Islam, Shahrazad, I forgot. I thought it was Shahrazad, but this might be someone else. And Judge Joe Brown. We already know about Boyce Watkins, right? Episode 6. I think I might be doing a Riza Islam. I'm not sure. Could they do a woman next? Just to keep the balance. I don't want people thinking that's you're just going after the man. No, that's the woman who's scamming too. All right. Their meeting, look at the date, y'all. It's September 19th, which is a Saturday. And it says starting at 3 p.m. Do y'all know of any conferences that start at 3 p.m.? Do you? Do you know any conference that started at 3 p.m. on a Saturday? And I agree with it. This was a mixer. This was, I think at one time she said, this is a $144,000 meet and greet. Because guess what? Remember what I said about Tariq? He crowdfunds. He solicits donations for his projects. Then he comes up with a project and then he sells it back to you. Now, one flyer I did see Shahrazad Ali, but then on this one I saw some other lady's name on there. So again, for the hidden colors, for the butt breaking, for the Foundation of Black American Conference, he's fundraising again. And then he says, I want to fundraise $200,000, right? He gets the $120,000. He said, if I don't get the $200,000, I'll refund all the money. Well, guess what he does at $120,000? He decides to keep the money and puts on a conference at this hotel, 3 hours in a hotel room. And I'm gonna put the link in here. You watch the first like 28 minutes, and she shows you pictures from the ADOS conference, from Revolt TV, and from the Foundation of Black American Conference. You're like, these people got gypped. It was on a Saturday at 3 o'clock. The place was from 6 to 9, 6 to 10 maybe. You got to take pictures with people, and there were no drink or refreshments. Y'all couldn't get no money to get Chick-fil-A to deliver? They got a whole catering section for Chick-fil-A. I'm just saying. And like I said, Tariq also said, it's on the popping. That conference was not on the popping, y'all. It was not on the popping. Okay? So let me show you.
Please pay close attention. It says starts at 3 p.m. Now, let me tell you something. Put a pin in that. Don't let it go far from you. Starts at 3 p.m. Well, doors opened at 3 p.m. It didn't start until around 6, I'm told. That's because, Tariq, how did you book it? You booked the World Congress Center from 6 to 9? Let me tell you something, family. Let me just slow it down for 1 second. Let me just slow it down for 1 second. Understand what he did. You have to understand the con that he pulled on y'all.
You gotta listen.
This man said he was putting on a conference. Our ADOS conference was a day and a half. Only us would buy tickets to a 3.5 or 4-hour conference. You know why? Because that's not a conference. That's a mixer. That's a happy hour. Well, you didn't have no food or no drink, so it ain't even a happy hour. You con Negroes even to giving you was probably 200K because you got 120K, I think, in the Indiegogo, and then you got then you were still selling tickets and vending booths and all that. So you probably brought in about 200K for 3 hours. Y'all paid $57,000 an hour. If it's 4 hours, it's $50,000 an hour that you paid to go see some people babble with incoherence. Like nobody was on the same page with nobody. That's what you paid for. Please tell me how that makes sense.
Hey, that's probably a day and a half.
You let a man bring you somewhere and tell you. I remember somebody challenged him on somebody challenged him about it, right? And they said, well, Yvette has a point. You know, people, you grown men love to cower in front of Tariq. You just walk in there, well, Tariq, you know, Yvette kind of got a point. It's only going to be 3 hours. That's what she said. And you said, what Yvette say? She be lying. She's a known liar. You walked off, well, all right, flex. Kind of grown man call another grown man flex. Stop it. This man brought people from across the country. This is worse than church. Church is one area, it's contained. You brought people across the country to do some irresponsible stuff. People was moving chairs together, didn't wear their mask. You didn't care as long as you got the bag. Let me tell you, that's not it. Understand that this man talked y'all into going to a mixer, a 3 to 4 hour mixer
in Atlanta, Georgia, y'all.
And he didn't even listen. He didn't even do nothing. Remember the guy who called in and said Tariq Nasheed is good at sweeping people.
Okay, so I want to show you the picture that she showed. Because she actually had Carnell politician lady was what's that lady? Marianne Williamson, who was running at the time. They had food for the people at the conference. And Tariq said, oh, I'm gonna have it's gonna be like the Revolt conference. Revolt conference was like singers. This is Tariq.
To try to make it.
Okay. All right. So on the left, this is one of the Revolt stages. The Revolt conference had like several different stages, several different places to eat. It had a whole schedule, like literally from the morning to the night. Like even at night, there was like it was concert. This is Tariq on the stage at the conference. Let's see. Hold on, shoot another picture too. Okay, so the left is her gave a shirt to Carnell West. On the right, that's the other part of the stage at the FBA conference. Yeah. And this is a picture of the FBA conference, y'all. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And then after it was over with, he was tweeting like, "Oh, where can we get something to eat? You didn't get no food for them people from 6 to 10, 6 to 9." Now I'm thinking Yvette and Tom was able to save on money because they had it in a mega church that could fit a lot of people. They probably got a good rate from the pastor. Also, mega churches have meeting rooms a lot of times. They have the podium in the space. They have the extra audio technical equipment. They have what do you call it? TV monitors. They got, what I'm saying? And it's just like, how much does this cost to read? And then he said, oh, it's going to be on and popping like the Revolt conference. Okay, let's look at the Revolt conference. Like, that's one thing about Yvette Carnell. She got receipts now. Okay, where is the Revolt?
FBA. You just see you. He wasn't caring about what nobody else was doing. See, that was whatever comedy show they had.
So this is the revolt agenda for day one. You see, they got all this stuff. They got a main stage, a studio, different, a lounge, VIP lounge, pods. They got a whole bunch of different stuff. Where is the map? They got a map. Okay. So
they had a main stage.
This is a map of the Revolt Conference. The Revolt Conference was 3 days, y'all. And Tariq Nasheed said that the FBA conference was going to be like this. And it was not. The FBA conference was in a conference room at a hotel for 3 hours. So, is Yvette right? Is he right? Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Please like and share this video, please, so we can help people to keep their money. If you in the FBA, get out of there and go to the ADOS. At least your next conference is gonna be something nice. Y'all gonna have some people there who know how to organize and know what they're talking about. I've heard Boyce Watkins, no. I've heard some stuff from River Islam, no. Judge Joe Brown, I just like him on his judge show. That's all I like him on. Reggie, that's a great competition. He said a Dusty Hotel Hudson High School talent show. Get it, girl. Okay. So, okay, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all one more thing because thank y'all for being on here with me this long. Give me a little bit more because I want to talk to you about his new scam or his new excuse me. I shouldn't say scam. His new project. Exactly. You know how many teacher conferences? There were literally one day, and like we at least had some coffee, some pastry, some fruit, and then we had like a little box lunch, either from Jason's Deli or from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. Like, come on now. Now I ain't gonna lie, I did go to a conference, but it was like a half-day conference. We had breakfast there. We did. It was like from 8 to 12. We at least had breakfast when we got there. Some people didn't have none. They was hungry after that. You don't have people out there help you fundraise. You ain't got them nothing to eat. That's a shame. Okay. So let me go to this man right here. He's actually talking about, he's actually a follower. He's literally a follower of Tariq Nasheed. He says he's still going to follow Tariq Nasheed because he likes, the DVDs and all the information like that. But he says this new thing that Tariq is doing, he said he's scamming. So I had to tell you all about it. Here you go.
I'm out, man.
Okay.
Land with your credit and small down payment, just like you get people saying 10, 5, like that was to persecute the people. So we in captivity through slavery, or because the app.
Oh, this is what he's talking about, the app.
You like, okay, I got the people attention. Now you coming right back. Like if you bring out Star Wars, the movie, and and he just kind of been exposed to like stealing money, this and that. It go a little. Gotta pay to get in. Like you don't know who's who, bro. All this shit is. And you have to build on top of the property because the property yours. Like, dude, once you raise all this money, let's say you raise.
He's talking about raising money for the history museum he wants.
Just telling you history on like pretty much what we already knew. You know, it go a little farther deep.
And he's talking a little bit about he's talking about the book breaking. He's also giving hey Mookie and Tamika Sweet Pea Brown. He's also talking about the review of the book
The world
breaking.
had involved, and they looking at this nigga like, dude, what the hell you doing? This is not 1970. And one the shoe broke, and he was like, this shit was funny as hell. But you know, like the book on Mackin, like, come on, dude, throw that away, bro. And you know, the book breaking movie was like Amazon #1, this and that. But you don't have to get the movie. That's a selling point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, that's why butt breaking is so important. It's not actually telling you do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. It's just telling you some history on like pretty much what we already knew. You know, it go a little farther deep as far as slavery. You know what I mean? Which my pastor already told me that. You know, because I'm part of the Israelite, and even my pastor, I think my pastor even watches Tariq broadcast because he like it's a lot of talented guys out there. They just they follow them for the wrong reasons, you know. And but this museum thing kind of like bugs me, you know. First off, if the property $3 million, let's just say $2 million or whatever. He said 3. So he said the property $3 million, and you have to build on top of the property because the property yours. Like, dude, once you raise all this money, let's say you raise what? $6 million. Then what? The museum, you say we need a museum in the community, but that's going to be your museum, bro. That's going to be Tariq Nasheed. You already gave it a name, the FBA Hidden Colors Museum. That's your shit, bro.
Oh my goodness, seriously?
We contributing to your shit just to come up there, and now we got to pay to get in. I might have been a contributor of $1,000. Now I got to pay to get in. Like, you don't know who's who. Bro, all this shit is going to him and his family. He stayed next door to a rapper in a big old house, and you got all these cars, and he did pretty good on the butt breaking movie because he doubling right back to do another movie. He's doubling right back to do another movie, which means he did pretty good. Usually, if you like in the streets and you do something and it come out real good, you like, okay, I got the people attention. Now you coming right back. Like if you bring out Star Wars, the movie, and it hit for $300 million. You're not gonna bring Star Wars out next month. Yeah, the movie just dropped in April. Shit, it's June. He already talking about doing another movie. Shit, Star Wars gonna do, so he offered him like a partnership. Like
this was the app, but I'm gonna move to
only pay a percentage on that. And the company fucked up, especially with COVID. Property, same way it go with the real estate. If you buy a 6 flat and the 6 flat costs $3 million, the bank will give you the 6 flat. And your tenants, you gonna charge your mortgage on that unit would be maybe, let's say, I'm just throwing some numbers out, maybe let's say $6,000 a month. That's your mortgage. And you got 6 units in there, you're gonna charge each person maybe let's say $1,200 a piece. Now $6,000 is gonna go to the bank. And you're still gonna have another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like $1,200 that's gonna be overhead, and that goes in a bank. So if something happened, like a plumbing or roof break or whatever, if you need some emergency money.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. So like you said, this is his new project, the FBA Hidden Colors Museum, which he's now also crowdfunding. He's gonna need $3 million. So I'm just like, is this a building for him? Like at the church? Is this like FDMG? Saying like he don't got no hidden colors money, but breaking money to help start this thing out. He ain't got no investors. He can't call up nobody. How? Now here are the films that some of them I referenced in tonight. I'm also going to put it in my description. There are some that, oh, sorry. Oh, no. that I did not get to reference. That I did not get to reference. Okay. One of them does deal with the crimes. I might have to do another separate video just on that, maybe. Yes, you're so right. Hey, Yashar, well, say your name. Yasharala Kwan. Hey. Uh, it probably would take another 30 minutes, but I know you guys been here and I have to go to but I didn't even get to the videos and the information about the tax liens and keyboard musician's video about him being alleged murderer. But it is in the list of the videos that I've made available to you. Oh yeah, I didn't even get to this. One of your followers made a video of this worker having a mental health breakdown, and you posted it. Tariq Nasheed posted it on his Twitter, being Mr. Twitter fingers again. Like, oh, this is a white man being horrible to a black man. That ain't what we saw. This was not the incident, sir. This was not the incident. It was horrible. That poor man. And you kept filming it. Like your supporter kept filming, and you reposted it. Come on. You're supposed to be Jesus. Mama oil, help us. Tariq. Look at I just put in the chat. I just put in the chat above. Do you see it? The playlist. Go to the video by Keyboard Musician. He releases some documents on that video that basically allege that Tariq Nasheed was involved in the murder. And there's another video in there that talks about tax liens, so look at that one as well. So, like, public information. Let me just tell y'all right now, the reason why I do these is because I want to help Black people to stop getting swindled. I want you to save your money. Just like them pimp preachers out there telling you about the building fund, want to repeat Malachi 3 and 10 to you, want to give you a love offering and stuff. Or the prophet say, you need to invest, give me $8.88. Is that really what God told you to tell them people? Okay. And what has happened, like I said, Tariq Nasheed, Umar Johnson, Boyce Watkins have adopted the pimp preacher model, and they just applied it to the pro-Black sector. And they're trying to take your money too. Yes, Tariq does give you a product, but I have an issue with the way he talks to other Black people who disagree with him, especially women. And I'm really not down with you. One, trying to steal the ADOS movement so you could probably pimp that. Oh, I didn't even get to the part where he was selling Ogun juice pepper spray and said, oh, if Ahmaud Arbery had this, he probably would still be alive. Like, come on, sir. Did you really invoke a victim of police violence to sell something to us? Oh my God. And then when you told Justin Lee Peterson, look at that video too in the list, that you are MLK type of Republican. And then Justin Lee Peterson said, oh yeah, MLK was Republican. On what earth? What do you say that at? This is MLK. That's Tariq Nasheed. How the hell is Tariq Nasheed an MLK type of Republican, y'all? Tell me. I think he hates strong black women who question him. And if they don't fit a particular phenotype, he really doesn't like them. He's misogynistic, he's sexist. And that's why I have a hard time. Like, okay, y'all all say Hidden Colors is good, but if I buy it, it's going to this man's pocket to continue the lifestyle that he's just grown accustomed to. And I'm like, do I really want to support that? I'm tired of the verbal abuse, the emotional abuse, and the financial abuse that Black people are receiving from these pro-Black pimps. Okay? Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna do an episode on Kevin Samuels too. Also, let me know because I've been watching a lot of some other content creators like Aquana Jefferson. She's a doctor, a real doctor, MD. She does counseling. The lead attorney, JT the Pocket Watching, Empress Expressive. And these are all professional people, and they comment or do stories related to their field. So I know I'm the history teacher, so I know my series, African American Greed, does deal with the history of these individuals. But one of the things I noticed that they do that I would like to do over here too, if there is someone or somebody you think that I should do one of these episodes on, please leave it in the comments or email me. Or you can, if you're a Facebook friend, or you go on my Let Me See Your Transcript Facebook page and just leave a note, like say, hey, can you do this person? Can you try to do this one? Like, hey, have you heard about, or are there any history ideas that you kind of want to know more about, and you maybe want me to talk about it more? Also, if you know of any, like, I was trying to figure out whether or not I should review movies that are about teachers. And if, how accurate are they? And what they got right, what they got wrong. Or if you see a clip that deals with teaching or history, just send it to me. I can talk about it. So I want you to leave my channel knowing more than what you came with. Okay? I feel like knowledge is power. Okay? Thank you so much for spending a little bit over 2 hours with me. I will go in the description after the video is over with, and I'll put in the timestamps of the different topics that I went over, and I'll also put the link of the playlist. So if you have time, let's say you're driving in the car and you just click on the playlist and you just listen. I apologize if you're going to start smoking and start drinking, because this man right here, like I said, I didn't even get to the lawsuits, the tax liens, none of that stuff. Jesus help us. All right, thank you so much for coming and supporting me. Thank you so much for coming on at a later time. Oh, also go check out my friend Daryl Moore. He and my friend Matt Church-Aziz was on earlier. That's why I came on later tonight. They need to do a live about some new things that have happened concerning the Larry Reed, another pimp preacher case. So definitely go and check that out. Tomorrow, I believe at 2 p.m. Central, which is 3 p.m. Eastern, my friend Speaker to Roxanne, she is going to do a live about negative soul ties. So if you're interested in that, please come over there. I'll put it on my channel. Also, my friend Daryl is coming back. And he's talking about somebody with a 5150. They're interviewing themselves. Like, kind of like how Derek Jackson did that time. He was commenting on his own video. He was like, you know what Derek Jackson does? Derek Jackson feels. But this person was interviewing themselves in third person. You gotta check that out. 8 p.m. Eastern. My friend Mookie and his wife come in on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Friday, again, my friend Daryl Moore, Friday Night Live. Saturday, my friend Roxanne at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then Ladies Night with me at 10 p.m. Eastern. If you are a subscriber or a female subscriber or a female content creator and you would like to be my guest host of Ladies Night, please email me. Let me put my email address in here. Let me know if you are interested. I usually have different people come in and do co-hosting with me. Sometimes my content creator friends, they can't come because of a scheduling conflict, or if some of them have children. So it's like, hey, got the kids, I can't do it right now. So, but if you're interested, by the way, Ladies Night, we are welcoming gentlemen. It's just kind of like, we love to have you as well. Okay. All right. Thank you to all the moderators, all the subscribers, members, people in the bushes. If you came late, please catch the replay because I went over some stuff that maybe you know, maybe you don't know. Okay. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.